2018, in November of 2018, my son, who was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer 6 weeks before, died of the disease. And Gerald was an ardent supporter of universal basic income and had made me into one. He was the principal software engineer who created the Model 3 Tesla. And so he was very aware and worried about technological unemployment. And after he died, and I knew I was going to retire from my job, which at the time, when COVID came along, became even narrower. I started writing the book again. I started when COVID happened in 2020. And then I just kept writing, and it was easy, I could describe my entire career without any problem. And of course, the third part, it's 3 parts: personal, career, education, career, and UBI. And the last part is all about UBI and my creating the Gerald Huff Fund for Humanity, which is the nonprofit named after him that is promoting UBI. Small happenings can have huge consequences when you use your opportunities properly and you persist. Persistence is the most important thing if you want to get things done. You can't get discouraged. You have to keep trying it. You have to keep thinking. You have to keep, and you have to develop a strategy where each time you reach out to someone, you offer them something, another bit of information, something nice about them. You just read an article about them? Write them an email. Oh, this was a great article, blah, blah, blah. Remember I was asking you about this? How are we doing with that? You have to know how to develop these opportunities. And I did this in one instance. I was introduced to a supervisor of Santa Clara County, which is the county that takes care of the Silicon Valley here politically. There are 5 supervisors, and one of them, I had lunch with him at a very nice restaurant in San Francisco, and we talked about UBI. We came upon the idea of creating a basic income for transitioning foster youth, a group of people that no one can have any negative things to say about because they were brought up by their state, right? And then they're thrown out into the world with no support systems. They're completely at sea when they leave the system. And so in order to get a seat at the table, which is an important thing, and of course in my case it was a question of money, but so this was a very small seat that I bought at the Santa Clara County table. I funded a research project, a generic research project about the fate of foster kids, which enabled the department in the county to devote their time to actually making the thing move forward rather than spend time writing, this kind of report. It was a very small investment. And I testified at the hearing in December of 2019. I'm sorry, in December of 2019, and I told the committee that I was going to make this investment, and the chair said, "This is the first time anybody came here and gave us money. They all got money." And then Dave Cortese, who was the supervisor who I had the relationship with, championed this. It passed unanimously. It started in 2020. And then he got elected to the state senate. He's now a California state senator. And he has proposed the same thing for the states. And there's a piece of the state budget that is going to just exactly such a program as a trial. All of this based on one lunch that I had with this one man, who somebody introduced me to. So you never know. Everyone counts. That's the title of when you open my landing page on the www.fundforhumanity.org, the banner is "Everyone counts," and that is absolutely true. You never know when the next person you talk to has a possibility of introducing you or involving you in something that is going to be spectacular. You know, Gerald said, think big, start small, move fast. Okay, so this is exactly what I did with the Santa Clara County thing. So all of the things that you heard now and all of the strategies that I hinted at, and are all contained in this book, in the book I wrote, Force of Nature. It's available on Amazon and Kindle and in the regular book. And the proceeds, when you buy the book, the money goes to the Fund for Humanity. It's it goes directly into the Fund for Humanity. So it would be wonderful if you bought the book, followed the instructions, and actually got involved, because this is so important. We're not going to survive as a species if we don't make technology something that is equitably distributed among all the people, where everybody counts.